How's everybody there? We're playing Arkham Horror, Mother's Embrace. This is a Cthulhu-based, it's in the mythos, but it's also like a investigation turn-based strategy game, so it looks super interesting. So let's get going. Let's get into some mythos shit here. Okay, welcome to Arkham Horror, Mother's Embrace. Who will be an investigator for this adventure? I'm only doing that because he looks like a guy who, is Harvey Walters. Okay, confirmed. Oh, so we got to pick our investigator. Oh.
Move aside, boys. It's my turn.
Oh, okay.
There's no time like the present.
Mental resistance 45. He's a professor. Weak, average. Well, he's a professor. I wouldn't expect him to have that. With doctorates in both history and archaeology, as well as expertise in ancient languages. Harvey Walters is one of the most friendly and helpful colleagues at Miskatonic University. May as well just be in freaking Arkham. He has certainly been in use of the answering to my questions about pagan cultures, understanding his astronomy. His own studies remain a mystery as he refuses to discuss them. Even with his colleagues, one can't help but wonder whether the stodgy professor is harboring some scandalous secret. 22 health and blue.
Move aside.
The yellow of blue. This is Call of Cthulhu, so I'm assuming it's sanity. Because typically when you're playing Call of Cthulhu, you have health and sanity meters.
Move aside, boys. It's my turn.
The dilettante, Jenny Barnes, mental resistance 50. Range strength, she's weak magic, but she's got physical. She's the physical person? I mean, sure. Jenny, as she prefers to be called, is the elder daughter of my friends, the Barneses. Despite her natural intelligence and all the advantages her upbringing provides, she's never seemed to focus on a single pursuit. She prefers to dabble in literature, history, archaeology, and virtually any of the other subjects that crosses her path. Never gaining experience in one. She certainly does not lack for passion or courage. Okay, so 25 and 8, not bad. Maybe. Oh, Jane cannot be inflicted with a restraint condition. Oh, nice.
That's my cue to play.
Jim Culver. Strong average. Okay. And manual. Jim increases the group's members' mental resistance. Mental resistance 5. Is always a musician. Plays a trumpet in Velmer's Diner. He inherited the instruments from his father, who played in nightclubs and I visited when in my younger days. From what I heard, Jim's father passed along not only the trumpet, but also his talent. Of course, people exaggerate, but the gossip is that Jim's playing made the widow Jenkins leap out of her coffin and dance at her own funeral. I mean, this is Call of Cthulhu. Nonsense. Okay. The Residents of Arkham, yeah. All right, so let's see that. We got.
I'm ready to investigate.
Kate Winthrop's a scientist, weak average, but she's got 2 investigation abilities, search and logical. Unlike the university staff, Kate Winthrop remains a virtual stranger to me. Even before the death of her mentor, Professor Young, she seemed only shy. Since the tragedy, she's become so lonely and aloof that our colleagues often forget her name. Perhaps it's just as well as she speaks Young's death unlikely terms, imagining a bizarre creature from there. Okay, so she 25 and 7, not bad.
I'm prepared.
Safina, oh man, Rasau? I can't pronounce that one. Mental resistance. Okay, so in the point where they have weak combat abilities, but they have dual investigation abilities, which help. Heals her group more when using healing their spells. Oh, so she has magic. Tahitian artist of extraordinary talent. Safina, oh man, Rousseau, I think, makes more money for her reproduction. Other works in original paintings. Can't understand why. Having seen her perfect recreations accurate down to the tiniest brushstrokes. Okay. Made myself a fortune. Okay. Unlike her, the rest of these paintings seem almost real, so.
It's my time in the spotlight.
William York, the grave digger. William has more chance of resisting conditions. He's just physical strong, so he's basically back to being good in combat, but not good in investigating. To make a name for himself on the stage, the last seen him perform as Scottish Playfellow. He shall never distinguish himself as a okay, and then last one.
I heed the Lord's call.
Zoe Samaras. Her melee attacks do more damage, so she's the cook. Tragic life of Zoe Samara has. Oh, such a tragic life Zoe Samara has lived. She was only 6 years old when her parents perished in a fire. Thankfully, her embrace of religion gave her the strength she needs to persevere. She has made a decent living for herself as a chef, but there are persistent rumors that she believes the Lord speaks to her directly, encouraging her to combat the wicked after hours. Oh, okay, so you only get to pick one?
I'm ready to investigate.
Man, if I only got to pick one, oh.
Move aside, boys. It's my turn.
I'm ready to investigate.
I like the fact that she has mental resistance. She has a reduced chance of trauma triggers. And she has both search and logical investigation abilities. I kind of like this. I kind of like Kate. Sure. You can't replay the game multiple times, so we do get to pick more than one you can do more than one investigator. I remember reading about that, but she'll be the one pick.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wilhelmina Tillinghast.
I'm glad she pronounced
Professor
that.
of astronomy at Miskatonic University. All my life, I have dedicated myself to the study of celestial objects.
It was a waste of my life.
Most recently, I visited Louisiana to observe the passage of a comet I had observed for many years. I hoped the trip would provide me with the evidence required to conclude my decades-long research. Yesterday,
I was going to say, this is the
my
20s. How are you
telegram
tracking a comet for
requesting that you
decades?
meet me at my house, just outside Arkham. And so you've decided to join me in my mansion.
Sure, that's how it went down.
Professor Tillinghast's invitation to discuss her research intrigues me. Considering her long tenure at Miskatonic, she must have a great deal to teach me.
I imagine this is her thing, because I can't imagine like the cook
Welcome to my
or the musician
mansion,
coming
my
here.
friend.
I'd better ring the bell.
Okay, so do we was hold down the right button to move the mouse and Q and E to move them. Oh, but okay, so you can use Q and E, or you can just use the right mouse button. Why would you not use the right mouse button?
Maybe she's hard of hearing.
Oops, put out the game. Sorry.
How rude of me to make you wait like this. I wonder whether something's wrong.
Are you telling us that?
There's a light coming from that second floor window. She must be home. I hate to intrude, but I should see whether she needs help. Maybe there's another way in.
Okay, each scenario has a specific set of objectives to complete. To progress to the next scenario, these objectives are displayed in your notebook and are updated. Use L to access the notebook. Okay, so L. There's no other door, but there's only a second one, so we gotta find another way in. That's all right. What we just said. You're something. Investigative actions. A magnifying glass icon is displayed above objects you can investigate. Okay, interact. Front door. As you've tested before, the front door is locked. Seems to be locked from the inside. No kidding. Alright, interact. This is definitely Professor Tillinghast's car. The engine appears to be cold. Okay. It's been here a while. So we can't go in the front, so I guess we gotta go around this thing? If we can? We can. Oh, spaces accelerate. Yeah, using mouse and keyboard, we couldn't tell. Okay, something's over here. A clue, perhaps? Perhaps. There it is. Accelerator. The basement must be behind this trap door, but I have no reason to go in there. The professor's waiting for help. I mean, you just said you're looking for a way in. What do you mean you have no reason to go in there? The cellar is connected to the house. Alright. The gate is shut. You come from the other side. The courtyard here would be lovely for a long walk when the weather is fine. Not like today. Alright, we'll accelerate. Yeah, accelerate. Turn the turbo boost on. And go. You can see beautiful flowers in the greenhouse. It must be a passionate gardener. Interesting. I mean, that's one way to take that. The only thing is, like, because I had to move the... Maybe I should be using E and Q, because when I hold this down, hold down the right button and go, it physically moves my mouse, like, off the screen. So, like, a lot of times it's just, like, ending up outside and I'm about to click out of the game. F. Gate is shut. Yeah, we already heard about that one. Okay. We got items and journals and stuff, but nothing useful. So... an outdoor ornament. The ornament seems to be used as a roundabout for vehicles. how much more investigating do we have to do? Okay, was this our car? A car. Here says a car. Oh, and once you arrive before leaving, you should. So, but it's a car, but it's not our car. Are we gonna use the boxes to get inside? A box with the first floor window seems to invite you inside. Yeah, okay.
It's no problem to reach the window, but it's shut tight. I'd need to smash the glass to get inside.
And that would just be rude.
You aren't thinking what I fear you're thinking.
What I need is something heavy to smash this window.
I mean, kind of heavy. It's just glass. Okay, some interactions with objects may ask you to choose the best action for several possible actions. These are called complex interactions. So let's look through. We found the bolt cutters. A wire cutter. Not even bolt cutter, just a wire cutter. And like, just a thing to smash the window. Or, you know, the shovel right there. Or the oil can below it. Or the hammer. You know, just saying.
How dare you smash my window? I hope you intend to have it replaced.
I wouldn't have dared, but the professor did invite me. If she isn't answering the door, she must need help.
Oh, I thought I was going to say the rest of that sentence. Alright, what we got here? A piano? Don't recall the professor mentioning she could play. I mean, plenty of people have pianos who can't play. They might just be decorative. So you get a house like this, it just seems like something you'd have. A large beam of a comet hurtling through the night sky. Yeah, that's probably the one she was been looking at her whole life. Which I'm sure has nothing to do with the mythos at all. Oh, great saving.
A broken vase. The professor must have heard it fall. She wouldn't have just left it here.
Already on the window you just shattered.
I certainly would not. I take pride in a clean and tidy abode, especially when expecting visitors.
Again, who are you talking to? Are you talking to us? Is this a flashback?
I'd better find her.
Alright, logic. Oh, if your investigator has the knowledge required, I'm assuming they mean like the right perk, you'll offer advice on the best course of action. If not, it's the case, it will tell you nothing. Alright, we should put it back together. Put together. The close inspection of the fractured object reveals it was a vase. I could have told you that based on the position you think it fell from the small table nearby. I could have told you that too, since the fragments are free of dust. Okay, that last one is actually useful. The other two, it's like, it's a vase. No kidding. It must have fallen from this thing. No kidding.
That scream came from upstairs.
That sounds like my voice. I must need help.
That's making this even more confusing. What's happening?
Professor, was that you?
Of course it was. Hurry.
No answer. There must be someone else in the house. I ought to find a weapon.
Oh, look, a knife. Oh, we're losing sanity. Okay, so the blue is sanity. Starting mental focus, sanity check. Each investigator's mental resistance scores determines the chance of sanity. Investigators do the investigator in question suffers a trauma, which gives them a penalty. Okay, so we must have passed it. We're still at 7. Wait, we lost sanity because we heard a noise from upstairs? Okay, a table, look through, we found a knife. There's durability on here. 3 action points to use, 6 to 7 damage, critical chance 30. You find a weapon while searching, select a weapon by pressing enter. Then you use your cursor to place in the slot. Move to here. So E is punch, which costs 3 but does less. This is the, but okay, so if we lose it, we go back to punching. And a note.
Knife might come in handy if I run into an intruder.
Technically, you're in the.
What on earth are you doing with my
You're in the
letter
intruder.
opener?
So wait, is it a knife or a letter opener? Because those are not the same things. Should I continue while you assume under Professor Shoes, chances are she hasn't left the house. I mean, the sanity check is like if you heard a blood-curdling, like a thud and like a blood-curdling scream coming from upstairs, then yeah, that might be a sanity check. That's freaky. Like, it's just basically a noise. It's like, it's just a noise. It could literally be anything.
The scream must have come from the other side of this door.
I don't recall hearing a scream.
That's my office door.
Did we hear a scream? I missed it. The door is locked. Okay, so I gotta find a key. Full speed! Yeah, max. Alright, we're in the lavatory. Oh, a mythos clock. Oh. Okay, an unsuitable action makes the mythos clock go faster. Oh, so if we force lock. Okay. Healing. Put that one of our slots. Okay. Ooh, the angle changed. Children's toys. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is sanity check time. Dump. Da-da. Da-da. Oh. It's a private... He's totally a private investigator.
Who's there?
I'll ask the questions. Roland Banks, Bureau of Investigation. I'm on the job. Who are you, and what's your reason for being here?
First off, I want to see some identification.
What would a federal agent want with me?
My name is Kate Winthrop, and I'm a colleague of Professor Tillinghast. She invited me here to discuss a research project, but when I heard her scream, I came to investigate.
Seems like I'm on the right track. Something hinky's going on here.
You can't seriously think a professor of her reputation is involved in some crime.
She's only a person of interest. The Bureau has evidence that others are trying to involve her in some shady business. I came to find out what she knows, if anything. Then I heard the scream, too. Seems we need a key to get inside that room.
Really? You can't just break it open?
I wasn't prepared for so many guests today.
I mean...
I'll help you find that key.
the door probably is sturdy, but you're also with the proto-FBI, you can just kick the door in. Like, to the point where you should have probable cause when you hear a scream to go in there. Roland Banks, the Fed, the Fuzz. I first met Agent Roland Banks when he visited my home and asked me whether... Oh, so is she... You know, they were all written in the third person, so I guess this professor is telling this story. Okay, seem to have a little more than vague rumors to investigate, has to be honest, and still don't entirely understand what he was after. Still, he seemed honest, if not open, and he has broad shoulders and quite confidence one likes to see in a member of the Bureau of Investigation. He certainly appeared... Okay, so he's got perfect aim. He has more chance to hit with crits. Strong average. Okay, so now I'm glad I picked a character who has more investigation since we got a guy who is our melee character. Ooh, he has traumas. Okay. Knowledge, physical. Move things around. Found our key.
There's a key on this mobile.
Why would it be there?
I'll say Tillinghast has no children. If that's true, why would she need a nursery?
The professor always wished for children, even long after she grew too old to have them.
Oh, I can't say it isn't true. I wish people were less prone to idle gossip.
All right, back to the hallway. There's also like two more doors we didn't check. Yeah, we can go down here. Can I switch? No, probably because this is our lead investigator. And there's something here. Oh, well-organized bookshelf. +1 sanity, damage yourself 1. It said he smoked. They both have the same amount of sanity, though. Shake. You open the chest to find it full of books. Lying atop is a single sheet of paper on which is written a recipe for apple fritters. Peel, core, and slice the apples across, but not too thin. Dip in frying batter. Remove one at a time with a fork and drop carefully to the fryer. Remove from fryer when they reach a pale golden brown. Then drain. Dust with powdered sugar and serve. I mean, that is kind of you cook. I was hoping to actually have, like, you know, quantities and amounts. I also can't cook. I'm just not very good at it. Like, this doesn't lead where they're going. I'm like, I'm looking for stuff. A painting of cats. Oh yeah, it is a painting of cats. Oh, nope. All these didn't like cats. We had to... They made a sense of calm. Well, these ones do. Okay, that's all we can investigate. So let's go in and get our first combat scenario started. Are we fighting cultists? Chthonian? Oh, we're not fighting a Chthonian. You'll encounter enemies as you explore. You can know which rooms contained by as the glow crawls from under the door. What? Oh, okay. That's a good heads up. Unlock. Key fits the door. You unlock it. What? Cultist.
Who?
We're asking the questions here. What? Who?
An intruder. How many people can I expect to break into my house today?
Please just be the one.
Who are you?
Listen, pal. You've got some explaining to do. Come then. I have just the explanation you deserve.
Right here in my fist. Alright. Hey, why did you lose one sanity? What happened? Combat survey, every character. Oh, is it because we got startled? Wait, is it really because we got startled? Oh my god. Wherever each character's attack, yeah, on top. Okay, so he goes first. He gets 5 action points. Oh. So, oh, okay. So reload takes 2. So this is XCOM style. Melee weapon and melee range and spell book. You face a different type of attribute. Attribute will affect the action points and cost of attack. Okay, so it's a new gun. It's a new gun. Let's try it out. Do we just hit him? Oh, nice. End turn. Once you're out of action points, you want to end your turn. Yeah, okay. Can we move? So moving doesn't cost. Confirm your position. How do I move? I guess I'll put him on Overwatch then. Use S and W to navigate. It's impossible to reach it from here. Move. Okay, so she can move there. And now I can stab him. Oh god, that was a crit. I was gonna say, it was 3 to 6, so it may not have killed him.
We'd better have a look inside.
I know we just killed him, man, but we better have a look inside. And don't tell nobody about this. I don't like paperwork. Bandages. Okay, you probably need those. And go. Although, she's my melee fighter. Reload. Remember to reload your weapons after each fight. You only use 1 bullet. We're fine. Oh. Did you guys not hear the gunshots outside?
Who in blazes are you?
What happened here? Is that...
Wait. That's me. That is... It's my... body.
Well, at least she's shocked about it.
That's Professor Tillinghast, all right. She won't be telling me much anymore.
We need to stop
Your
them.
concern is touching. Wait, why'd we lose 1 sanity? We got 4 more. Now, these are... We don't have bullets. Like, this is just until we gotta reload, right? So we want to move. Can I get behind him? And backstab. Damn, she double critted. She's a freaking monster with that knife. Refocus. Oh, through your investigation, you may draw the attention of the Great Old Ones. This is called Mythos. The Mythos clock fills up each time an unsuitable action is chosen during a complex interaction at the end of a full round of combat. Wait, what? When an unsuitable action is chosen during the so is it only during combat? Or is it unsuitable actions and a full round of combat? For investigations, you may draw the attention of Great Owen. Yeah, you literally just said that. When Mythos gets full, Great Owens will intervene to slow you down. Be on your guard. Oh, I guess we gotta kill this guy fast then. And Overwatch. Yeah, nice watching. Can we not get around? Like, how far can we move? And if we move that far, we won't have enough to attack, so we just gotta move here and... sidestep? Damn, she triple critted!
Who were those cloaked figures? This wasn't just a burglary.
I'm more impressed with the fact that you critted 3 times in a row.
You're right about that. Must be connected to my investigation. We better have a look around.
Yeah, no need to call us in. We didn't... Well, I mean, I guess this is also the 20s. They didn't really have forensic science like we do now. That was hard. That was hard. You critted 3 times in a row. You did more damage than him. Look. Oh. Oh, right, Cthulhu. A deep weeping wound in her abdomen appears to cause because of dead. Judging by the witnesses, it appears she was killed recently. You feel the stability of your mind shatter. Sanity check, and we have failed the sanity check.
Oh, dear heavens. Who would
So-
commit such an atrocity on a kindly academic?
So you run into those 3 cultists, and her personally gets the final, like, critical, I'm assuming, shank into each one. No sanity loss. 1 dead body. Oh my god, my sanity! This is called like Cthulhu. Like, seeing a dead body is call for a sanity check.
To do in life.
This wound on her stomach, it looks like she was knifed.
Wait a minute, you're holding a knife. Clock. Nothing there. I mean, we probably have to go to the desk, but I want to check everything else out first. Inside the drawer are tucked away various notes. At first glance, you find nothing relevant to the murder. Okay, so nothing relevant to the investigation, looks like.
Look at these notebooks. Is this the professor's handwriting?
It is, but how would you know?
Yeah.
There's no useful information here. But perhaps Professor Tillinghast kept notes on this material in another location.
Like their office at the university? So we don't heal between fights. We have to use bandages. Put together. Reassembling most of the shattered container, you see a flask that probably came from the laboratory. You can make out the printed words Misk Un C Lab. What could it possibly mean?
What's this mess?
Yeah, a broken jar or flask. Can make out a few letters. Miska, Uni, Lab.
Obviously, this was a flask from the Miskatonic University Science Lab.
He's like, yeah, I knew that. I was just testing you. Alright, so did we check everything in here? This still looks like we haven't done this one yet. Oh, glyphs on the floor. Okay, we passed our sanity checks.
What's this weird symbol drawn on the floor?
Oh, we was checking the body and then the
Is that
glyphs.
Blood?
My nice, clean floor. Ruined.
Also, they can't be all her blood. I mean, judging from that hole in her stomach and her clothes, there's no way they got that much blood out of her.
That looks like some kind of cult symbol. This ain't a garden variety burglary. We found everything we're liable to find here. Time to see where the evidence leads us.
I'm assuming to Miss Katani.
And so, my friend set out to discover how I was killed.
Well, why you were killed. We know how you were killed. Ooh, opening crawl. Also, with the Mythos clock, it says the old ones will send stuff to stop us. It's like, this is Call of Cthulhu. If the old ones are actually sending things to stop us, we are dead. Like, this has to be like a scaled down version of Call of Cthulhu, like tabletop. Because in that game, combat is rarely the answer. You can fight cultists, but if anything Mythos-y comes at you, you need to run. And hopefully not go insane. That's the only way you can win that game. Completed. You managed to stay sane. Man, it is hard these trying times. Was found dead in her home by what appears to be a member of her cult. What happened? Your investigators returned to the office. Oh, do we get to pick a new one every turn?
Search of my office makes it clear you must visit Miskatonic University. Not only did I work there, but the broken jar came from the university lab. Why did those strange men need it? Whatever the answer, you're sure to find it at Miskatonic.
She's like, whatever the reason, you'll find it there. Okay, so you need to select a group that will continue to investigate the next scenario. Build a group based on the challenge you expect to hit. Okay, so now we need to build a team, but we only have 2 people, so. Because honestly, he has logical, so I would probably pick somebody with physical. That's where we failed that one last time, because it was a physical check and we didn't do it. Interesting, okay, so. Yeah, well, here's the other weird thing, like, her melee is average, yet she freaking shanked 3 crits in a row. I mean, credit where credit's due, she pulled through because the knife had 3 to 6, and each one of those guys had 4 hit points at the end of the gunshot, so there was a decent chance that they wouldn't die. But she just freaking, Jasoned her way through those guys. She almost killed them all herself. Impressive. Okay, so that's it for this one. Next time we'll pick up and going to, I guess, finding meaning in the stars. And we're going to go to the university and deal with some more cultist mythos stuff. But until then, I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later.